up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, big updates on the Bernardo Silva operation. In Barcelona, in the media, they're saying that the club are going to be pursuing Bernardo Silva very, very soon, and talks are already underway with Man City and his agent Jorge Mendes, and the club do have two formulas to sign him this summer. But the UK media are saying that, he's going to be priced at around 100 million pounds. It'll be very difficult to get him out because, of course, Man City needed a replacement. They need time to get that replacement, so they're saying the deal is difficult. But in Spain, they're saying the deal is possible. We'll see what happens with that. And, of course, the club right now are looking for two full-back reinforcements at right back and at left back to come in and bolster the squad for this summer. Of course, with players coming in, players will have to leave the club this summer. Big update on the future of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who does hold the key to the rest of the summer for Barcelona. Him staying or him leaving will affect the rest of the summer transfer window for Barcelona massively. But of course, the two main exits for Barcelona are Umtiti and Martin Braithwaite, and we do have an update on both their exits for the first time in quite a while. And finally, of course, the main exit, the one that's the closest at the moment, is Memphis Depay to Juventus. Final details now are being discussed between the player and the club, and now Memphis Depay will speak to Barcelona on how he'll leave the club, contract termination, or maybe even a transfer fee. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by Number One Foot. Number One Foot is one of the best replica football jersey websites on the market. They have fantastic qualities at fantastic prices. I ordered some the other day, and I got the treble winning jersey for Barcelona in the 14-15 season. The quality is absolutely unreal at a fantastic price. Look at the badge on the jersey. It is fantastic. You have the Nike logo as well, looking brilliant. It has the right tags, the right size, the right material, and it's at a fantastic price. And on their website, they do have the new Barcelona kit for this season with the Spotify logo. You can pick what badge you want on the sleeve, La Liga, Champions League. You can pick whatever number you want, whatever name you want in the back as well. And again, the material is absolutely unreal. Here I have the 2007 Champions League kit for Barcelona. As you can see, it has the UNICEF logo, the Nike, the Barcelona badge with the Camp Nou name around it. And if you use the discount code BOY at checkout, you do get 15% off your final order. That is BOY. Use it at checkout, 15% off, and all orders over $80 get free shipping as well. So go down below, top link in description, and get your new football kit today. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player that we have been linked with is Barcelona's dream signing of the summer transfer window, and they have about now 2 weeks to get that deal over the line, and that is of course the operation of Bernardo Silva. Now, Sport have come out saying that after the exits of players in the next few days, Barcelona will make a move for Bernardo Silva, who wants to join Barcelona. The transfer fee could be around 60 million euros plus variables, and there's already a pre-agreement with his agent Jorge Mendes on personal terms for the player. Now, of course, the club see Bernardo as a market opportunity. You have a world-class midfielder, probably top 5 midfielders in the world as an interior, of course, available for around 60 to 80 million euros, so to speak. But of course, the UK press always against the Barcelona press, and they came out with a big statement yesterday as well. It's coming in from David Ornstein from The Athletic, probably the #1 source in the world right now. He's come out saying that Man City are unwilling to sell Bernardo Silva unless they receive an offer of around 100 million pounds. Of course, probably around 120 million euros. So they want somewhere in and around that. Rafinha, Kounde. That's all I'll say, right? Lewandowski as well. The UK media always blows everything out of proportion. They've gotten everything wrong so far this summer in terms of Barcelona news. This could be another one. Again, Joan Laporta says it's going to be around 60 to 80. Sport, Mundo Deportivo, all the sources around Barcelona are saying it's either going to be a minimum of 60 or a maximum of 80 as a total package. So we'll wait and see on that. But of course, Barcelona at the moment are studying formulas to bring in Bernardo Silva to Barcelona this summer, and they have come up with two. Total Cost have come out saying that Barcelona have two options to bring in Bernardo Silva this summer. Number one, sell Frenkie de Jong, simple as that. Or number two, sell Memphis Depay, Aubameyang, and Serginho Dest. But with that being said, you can keep Frenkie in that scenario. Which one would you pick? Let me know down in the comments below. I know a lot of you guys probably go with option 2. I'll probably go towards option 2 as well, but then again, you're weakening yourself in the attack. You have enough money to reinforce the fullback positions. I have no idea. I think if the club can pick, actually, I don't know, I feel like deep down, low-key, the club would pick the first option. Of course, you get to keep Aubameyang up front. You can reinvest some money in the fullback positions. The wage bill is going to be much lower, 200,000 euros lower to be precise. But I also feel like, Joan Laporta might pick that second option if he could. But of course, it does depend on Chelsea's offer for Aubameyang. The club want to keep him. They're very happy with him. Of course, Memphis will leave very soon. Dest, the club want to get rid of him, but no offer for him as of right now. So we'll wait and see on Bernardo. I think next week is where things will start to get real. I think right now the club are focused on exits. Of course, the registered Jules Kounde for this weekend's match against Real Sociedad. I think right now they're focusing on, getting rid of Memphis, Braithwaite, Umtiti, maybe Dest, and maybe Aubameyang, maybe another low move for another youngster who we'll talk about, of course, near the end of the video. So I think this week, more so start talk with Man City. Hey, how's it going? Long time no see. Since December, Ferran Torres, do you remember that? Let's do something similar. And then while they're doing that, get some players out, reduce the wage bill, and of course register Jules Kounde and maybe Marcos Alonso as well. So wait and see how Bernardo Silva, in my opinion, next week will be the big week, the deciding week. But at the moment right now, Barcelona are testing the waters of Man City, and the club are also studying some formulas as well in order to sign Bernardo Silva this summer. Now, along with Bernardo Silva, another priority for Barcelona for the rest of the summer transfer window is to reinforce both full-back positions. Firstly, on the right-hand side, of course, where the two main priorities right now are Juan Foyth and also Thomas Meunier. Now, having Miguel from AES, who of course very close to Xavi, great source around Barcelona, he's come out saying the most Barcelona will spend on a new right-back is around 10 million euros. The rest of the money that Barcelona have after, of course, committing signing up Marcos Alonso will go towards Bernardo Silva, who is expected to cost around a total package of 80 million euros. So theoretically, Miguel is saying right now that Barcelona have about 90 to 100 million euros left of the summer transfer budget. Of course, they've already spent 150 on Kounde, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. Of course, Kessié and Christensen were free. Then you can factor in sales as well, Coutinho, Jugla, other exits as well. So we'd say right now Barcelona have around about 100 million euros left of their summer transfer budget. Now, Sport have also come out back in that statement as well, saying that Barcelona are going for Thomas Meunier as a right-back option. They don't want to spend more than 10 million euros for the Belgium, but Borussia Dortmund at the moment want around 15 million euros. Now, he is a cheaper option. It does make more sense, but again, the top sources in Barcelona are saying that Juan Foyth is the preferred option. Doesn't mean that we're going to get him. If we can pick anyone right now, it would be Juan Foyth, who of course is realistic. But then again, Thomas Meunier may be more affordable, more achievable as well. Maybe Villarreal don't want to sell Juan Foyth. We're still kind of, I would say, in the early stages of looking for a new right back. We've got the list, the 5 list, of course, Frimpong, Meunier, Foyth, Delo, and Wan-Bissaka. Those are the 5 names. We're going to sign one of them. The question right now is, who's it going to be? Of course, the 2 on the top of that list are Meunier and Foyth. We were, of course, linked with Meunier back in January alongside Tagliafico, but Tagliafico now went to Lyon. Meunier could be that right back option. So we'll wait and see. Again, the club right now want to focus on registering Kounde, signing Alonso, making some moves in Bernardo Silva, and of course focusing mostly on exits as well. And then after that, I would say the final week and a half of the summer transfer window, they will go for a right back with Meunier and Juan Foyth on the top of their list to reinforce that position. Now, along with a right back, the club want to also reinforce the left back position and have already made very, very advanced moves for that position, with the reinforcement name being, of course, Marcos Alonso. We're expecting at some point this week this deal will get over the line. Currently, of course, it is Tuesday. There's still Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days to get the here we go, get the done deal, then of course register him for this weekend's match on Sunday against Real Sociedad. Now, Victor Novato from Kobe has come out saying that Xavi wants Marcos Alonso to directly compete with Jordi Alba for the left back spot and perhaps even displace Jordi Alba from the starting lineup if possible. His signing will be made official after Barcelona register Jules Kounde. Now, second part, we understand that. I want to talk about the first part. Alonso replacing Jordi Alba, or at least competing him. Both of them competing against each other, put them against at the top level. I think personally Alonso's got no chance. Unless Xavi switches to a back 5, I cannot see Alonso getting into, the team ahead of Jordi Alba when fully fit. Of course, there are reports coming out saying that the club right now are very unhappy with Jordi Alba's performances and are also shocked that Xavi started Jordi Alba over Alejandro Balde against Rayo Vallecano, which of course I was as well. Of course, Alejandro Balde was performing better in preseason and is also more fit. Jordi Alba looked absolutely piss poor against Rayo Vallecano. So the club understands that Jordi Alba right now is a bit of a weak point, but again, the coach has requested for Marcos Alonso, and the club have signed him. And maybe Xavi said, oh, go get me Jose Gaya, get me Ronaldo. We could be a different scenario. But Xavi has said, I want Marcos Alonso. The club, they said, you know what? You're the manager. You know about football and stuff. We'll get you what you want. That way, all the pressure is on you. Again, for Alonso, he'll be very cheap right here right now. It's going to be an €8 million package, 2-year contract. I mean, worst case scenario, he walks a free and we get him on an $8 million loan for 2 seasons, whatever you want to call it. I think overall, mainly on the request of Xavi, it's not a bad deal for Barcelona, but of course, it does depend on how he performs on the pitch. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. First up, of course, the main candidate who's been rumored to leave now for 4 months and he'll generate the most revenue to sale, blah, 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 blah. It is Frenkie de Jong. Quick development on his future over the past 24 hours, and it is coming in from the Telegraph in the Netherlands, coming in from Mark Braithwaite, who's number one source around Ajax and the Dutch, players as well. He's come out saying that Manchester United's offer for Frenkie de Jong has expired. He has refused to join them. Manchester United now will prepare a new offer for Frenkie de Jong to meet the needs of the player. So apparently, their €75 million plus €10 million in add-ons offer to Barcelona has now expired. Apparently now they have to restart negotiations completely with Barcelona and Frenkie de Jong. Well, if you more confirmation on this, again, even if they do restart negotiations, will it really be that difficult? They can just offer the same thing and the club will probably accept it, but they may ask for maybe a bit more now because we're, deep in the transfer window. I'm not quite too sure, but with Chelsea also in advanced talks with Barcelona, I can't really see this being a problem. But this just shows how long Manchester United have taken to sign Frenkie de Jong. They are so damn slow, and also now they're in the panic stages. They're 20th in the Premier League, rock bottom. They need signings. They're going to go now all over the place last second and splash the cash. So keep your eyes on Frenkie. Of course, the club would prefer to keep him. They would prefer him to take a salary reduction, and then we sign Bernardo Silva. I would keep your eyes on Frenkie for this weekend against Real Sociedad at the Anoeta. Of course, he's going to start that match 100%. A lot of pressure on him and also a lot of pressure on Xavi to pick him. If Frenkie de Jong performs in that game, that can be a big turning point as well. But if he flops, I think that'll also be a big turning point. I think from now until the Sunday game against Sociedad, nothing will really happen around Frenkie. After that match, things will start to press. So we'll wait and see. That's just my opinion anyway. So we'll wait and see on Frenkie de Jong. But again, his future all over the place, unclear, in doubt, any term you want to use. But it will be resolved hopefully by the end of the transfer window. But one Dutchman who is pretty much guaranteed to leave Barcelona this summer is, of course, Memphis Depay. He is on the verge of agreeing a deal with Juventus. Roman Agrassi from Goal Italia, number one source around Juventus, he's come out saying the talks between Memphis Depay's environment and Juventus did continue and take place yesterday to sort out the final details of his contract. Of course, today is Tuesday. Today was supposed to be the day that Memphis Depay leaves Barcelona. He could be leaving today. Agreement on the contract, termination, all that sort of stuff. I really hope that Barcelona can salvage a transfer fee for him, 5 million, 10 million, whatever it may be. It means so much for the club, but I understand why Memphis is asking to leave for free, and I think Barcelona will comply with that. Keep your eyes on Memphis. I think right now, set in stone to leave, of course. If you want Bernardo, he has to leave. If you want to keep Frenkie and Bernardo, he has to leave. If you want to keep Aubameyang, he has to leave. Pretty much all the avenues, all the formulas leads to Memphis leaving. So he will be leaving the club. I'm guaranteed of that. The question right now is when, and also can Barcelona salvage a transfer fee, or will it be a contract termination and he walked out the door for free? Now, a player's future that will have a massive impact on the rest of the summer transfer window for Barcelona is the future of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The question now is, will he leave or will he stay? Have some big updates on that. First, coming in from Jordi Romero, he's come out saying that Xavi wants Aubameyang to stay at the club, but at the club, they think it may be a bit too difficult to manage so many forwards. If an offer of at minimum 25 million euros arrives from Chelsea, the club will accept it, and it will also allow them to register Jules Kounde immediately as well. So there you go. The club think, you know what, maybe we have too many forwards. Of course, if everyone stays fully fit, it's going to be a problem 100%, but we are expecting some injuries here and there. But of course, Xavi, very, very keen on keeping Aubameyang. Now, Fabrizio Romano has come out saying that Barcelona are actually asking for around 30 million euros for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang during the past weekend. Chelsea wants to spend way less than that, and Tuchel wants him as an absolute priority, while Xavi insists as a priority on keeping him at the club. So you have the battle of two great managers, Xavi and, well, Xavi's a great manager, but he's won nothing. Thomas Tuchel, of course, has done great stuff. Champions League with Chelsea. Two great managers going after Aubameyang. Now, the big question is, what's happening from Aubameyang's point of view? Does he want to stay? Does he want to leave? We do have some updates on that. Firstly, Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo has come out saying that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has insisted to Barcelona and his representatives that he wants to stay at the Camp Nou and assume the role of a substitute for Robert Lewandowski this season. So Gabriel Sanz saying that, look, Aubameyang wants to stay at the club, he wants to stay at the Camp Nou, he wants to stay with Xavi, and is absolutely happy with staying as a backup for Lewandowski this season. And also the Mirror in the UK as well have come out saying that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has called Thomas Tuchel and thanked him for his Chelsea's interest, but has informed his former manager that he wants to stay at Barcelona. So it's quite clear that Aubameyang prefers to stay at Barcelona. But if Chelsea make the bid, Barcelona accept it, he's out the door 100%. He's saying, look, I'm going to stay at Barcelona. I want to stay, but Chelsea, are offering me double my wages and they come to agree with Barcelona and they want me to leave. I have no problem with leaving. That's Aubameyang's point of view. I think right now that's pretty clear. The big question is, will Chelsea make the offer? They've just bid 55 million euros for that Everton winger, Anthony Gordon. If they don't get him, they're going to get Aubameyang. Ain't no way they're going to, they have 55 million euros. 100%. They're bidding for, another winger. Offer half that for Aubameyang and you'll get him. I think that's my feeling. If they get Anthony Gordon, we're safe. Well, hopefully we're safe. Of course, they still have money to spend, but they already got their other forward. Hopefully we're safe. But if they don't get this Anthony Gordon kid from Everton, I think they'll be all over Aubameyang. Again, Xavi wants to keep him, but Thomas Tuchel wants him, and Todd Bowley, the Chelsea, of course, owner, will do everything the manager tells him because he's pretty much the sporting director, but not on paper technically. So we'll wait and see on Oba, but again, does depend on Chelsea's offer. I think, of course, Chelsea don't offer anything, he will stay. If Chelsea offer what Barcelona wants, he will walk out the door. And of course, his exit will be the key to keeping Frenkie de Jong and Bernardo Silva. And of course, if we don't sell Aubameyang, we can only sign Bernardo Silva by himself. I mean, Frenkie de Jong has to leave. So Aubameyang holds a lot of, formulas. He has, what's the word I'm trying to look for? He has a lot of, variables and different formulas that will affect the future of Barcelona during the summer transfer window. So we'll wait and see on Aubameyang, but again, it pretty much all decides on Chelsea. If they make the bid, they will sign him, but if not, he will stay at the club. Now, the two players in the current squad who Barcelona are desperate, and I mean desperate, to get rid of at any cost this summer are, of course, Samuel Umtiti and Martin Braithwaite. And for the first time in about a week and a half or so, we do have an update on both their futures. Firstly, on Umtiti, way more calm, way more relaxed. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo has come out saying that Barcelona and Samuel Umtiti continue to find destination, but nothing has materialized so far. But they know that he will eventually leave and accept a firm offer towards his departure at the end of the transfer window. Again, when do clubs start to get desperate? 2, 1 day, hours left of the transfer window. Who's the decent center back who's available for basically free on loan? Samuel Umtiti is your main guy. The club are confident he will leave this summer, whether it's a loan move, God bless, a sale, or maybe even a contract termination this summer. I think Sport came out saying that, look, Umtiti is leaving this summer, whether it's a loan, sale, termination of contract, letter of freedom. He will be walking out the door this summer. So that's some good news. Again, Umtiti cooperate with the club, looking for a way out, looking for clubs. Apparently, a lot of the clubs want to take him on like a 1-day loan, test his medical, and then test his fitness and stuff like that, then sign him. But Barcelona and Umtiti are saying, no, here's the paper saying that we're fully fit, sign us for real or walk away. Apparently, of course, his knee is causing some big problems, as you expect. But again, the most important thing is that the player is cooperating. Both Umtiti and Barcelona are confident that he will leave the club by the end of the window. But of course, it is different for your main man, Martin Braithwaite. Now, Sport have come out saying that Barcelona are fed up with Braithwaite, who has rejected to leave as he wants to collect all the money remaining on his deal and are considering terminating his contract on the final day of the transfer window, making it difficult for him to sign for another team. The club are also assessing whether there are legal options not to pay his entire contract. So looking at Braithwaite, coming down to the final day as well, similar to Umtiti, who's a decent striker, available for free, basically nothing. Braithwaite is your guy alongside Depay. If Depay is still here by then, but most likely he won't be. The leader of the mercenary is coming out in full effect. Apparently, he wants, of course, every single last penny in his contract to leave for free. Of course, Ricky Puig, Mingueza, Neto, I think even Musa Wage all gave it up to walk out for free right now, but Braithwaite is saying no. The reason why the club are really pissed off with Braithwaite is because the club have actually received offers for him in the range of 5 to 8 million euros. They've accepted it, but Braithwaite himself has said no, and that's why the club right now are very pissed off, to the point they will wait until the final day to terminate his contract just to screw him over. You'll love to see it. Let's see what happens with the Braithwaite. Again, his departure, way more difficult than Umtiti. He's not cooperating with the club in any way, shape, or form. He's sitting at home, just doing nothing. I hope the club, I think the last week, what to do with Braithwaite, freeze him out completely. Don't even let him train with the squad. He's still training with the squad right now. He's, kicking the ball, doing bottle flips and crossbar challenges with the squad. Get him out of there. Sit him at home with his kids and his dogs, and let him jump around there. And he'll work on his business back in LA with his brother, whatever they're doing there with those apartments. So we'll wait and see on Braithwaite. But again, the club are fed up and want to get rid of him as soon as possible. Let's wait and see what happens with both players. I'm right now very confident that both will leave the club in some way, shape, or form by the end of the transfer window. The club are confident with Umtiti, but in the middle roundabouts with Braithwaite. Now the final exit that I want to discuss before I end off this video is another youngster asking to leave the club on loan after Collado and Nico. Next one in line is the new signing this summer for Barcelona Athletic, Pablo Torre. ARA Sport have come out saying that Pablo Torre prefers to go out on loan than play in the third division for Barcelona Athletic. Everything indicates that Pablo Torre will leave the club on loan, with the return to racing being a possible option, but a decision will be made very soon. No final decision has been made as of right now from the club's point of view. Very, very interesting in my opinion. Look, for me, what I would do with Pablo Torre, you've got to stay 1 year with Barcelona Athletic under Rafael Marquez, train with the first team, understand the philosophy, the system that Xavi wants to implement in that first team, and then maybe next season you can go out on loan. I think right now on loan, he's kind of saying that, this is how I'm interpreting, saying that he's trying to say, I'm too good for Barcelona B, I'm too good for the third division, let me go to the second division with racing my old team. That's how I see it. I feel like with injuries, with the Copa del Rey matches, with a lot of games coming thick and fast, you can get opportunities in the first team. Pedri and Gavi go down, you're next in line to start as the interior on the left-hand side. Let's be honest, I doubt Xavi will start Frenkie, Kessie, Busquets as a midfield three. That's very box-to-box, very, very energetic, no real creativity there. So for me, I think Pablo Torre should stay 1 season at least, train with Barcelona, play with Barcelona B, but of course train with the first team, and then maybe next summer we have a lot of midfielders, you can't really break in, then go out on loan. I think right now, being a little bit too stubborn in my opinion anyways. Let me know what you guys thinking down in the comments below. But again, it's another youngster who's requesting to leave the club on loan this summer. Now the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys a quick update on the salary reduction of both first team captains in Sergio Busquets and Gerard Pique. Firstly, on Pique, coming in from Victor Robato from Cope, he's come out saying that Barcelona will not take Pique to court for his contract renewal back in 2020. Maybe for Lenglet, maybe for Frenkie de Jong, maybe even for Ter Stegen. But for Pique, 100% ruled out. The club will again try to offer him a new contract, as he is willing to help the club in reducing his salary. Of course, what we heard back last Friday is that with the renewals, with the levers, it all worked out. We didn't really need Pique's reduction last second, so we put that on standby. We put that on halt, so we can come back to it at a later date. Of course, this weekend we need to register Jules Kounde. Apparently Xavi wants to start him in the match against Real Sociedad. Right now we can't. We need Memphis to leave. Braithwaite, Umtiti. Maybe that's not even enough. Then we need a reduction of Pique last second to salvage our registration. Of course, he did that last season under with Eric Garcia, Memphis, and Aguero. He could be doing it now this summer again. So Pique still wanting to help the club. Not dead talks. Not no bad blood between the club and Pique. He will help out, but right now the talks are on standby at the current moment. But a very different situation with the main first team captain of the club, Sergio Busquets. Now, Toto Costa have come out saying the negotiations on Busquets' contract are on a standstill, as he only wants to defer his salary and not renew his contract. But if Busquets defers his salary without renewing his contract, which of course expires next summer in 2023, La Liga could put obstacles in the way and Busquets could be badly affected. So La Liga is saying, look, Busquets already deferred his salary last summer. It's already deferred too much. Without a contract renewal, you cannot defer it more. But Busquets does not want to renew his contract, even though Barcelona offered him a contract renewal with an exit clause this summer. If he says, I want to leave, the contract breaks, but also the deferred salary is still there. But with that being said, Busquets is worried that if he does do that, the first salary could be, an obstacle put by La Liga. So, very, very delicate situation with Busquets. It's so damn clear that he wants to leave the club next summer, and that's making me tear up, man. I cannot believe he wants to leave this badly. But when a legend thinks his time is up, his time is up. They all want to walk at a certain point. We saw with Iniesta, Xavi, Mascherano, Valdez, all the legends in the past. I was about to say Rakitic, thank God didn't say him. Luis Suarez, well, he's kind of forced out the club. But anyways, Busquets thinks this will be his last season. Well, he doesn't think it will be his last season, and he remains firm on that decision based on his contract talks with Barcelona. So, we'll wait to see on both players. I think right now Busquets' situation is very, very complicated. I can't see us touching his salary or deferring it whatsoever. But of course, with Pique, there is that lifeline for the club. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to firstly is, of course, on Bernardo Silva. Do you think Barcelona will sign him this summer or not, and for what price? And also, which formula would you pick if it came down to it? Secondly, on those exits. Firstly, on Aubameyang, what would you do with him? Sell him, keep him? If you were to sell him, for what price? Thirdly, on freaking Braithwaite and Umtiti, man, what would we do with these two? What do you think will happen? Do you think one of them will leave, both of them, or maybe even, God forbid, neither of them? And finally, thoughts on Memphis Depay leaving the club this summer as well. And do you think he'll leave as a free agent, or do you think Barcelona can salvage a transfer fee? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.